Most people get a palm stain the natural way, waiting years for palm adhesive to seep through and catch dirt. Today, I'll be showing you how to get a beautiful look like this, the unnatural way. Now, the unnatural way requires a glove, some glove oil, glove conditioner, an old baseball, a Ziploc bag, some rubber glovies, and a wet wipe. But in order to do this, I kind of have to go back in time. What's up, fam? Goodbye palm stain. So the unnatural method is very useful when some gloves are stubborn and they just do not get a palm stain. So we're gonna start by putting on some rubber glovies, as oil can get messy. Now we'll put the baseball inside our baggie. Touch of oil in there, more than a touch. That's about good. A bit of conditioner for good measure, and zip it shut. Get some air out of there. Smush it around everywhere, trying to get that oil all over the baseball. We're going to open it up and put a pinch of dirt in there. Not a ton, as I don't love the dirt, but just like something like that, and sprinkle it around. Maybe a touch more. Smush that around. Now we're gonna take the baseball out and rub some of this excess oil, as you can see it's pretty oily, on our left glove, or if you're a lefty, on your right glove. You just do not want to have it drenched. And that should be good. We'll hold it and rip off this thing. Now we'll throw our baseball right at the palm stamp in there and a little bit above it to get that palm stain area. You can throw at it like that, or you can just smash it around there really, really hard. That requires much more effort, but you can get a little bit more precise. You just do not want to be playing catch with somebody with this ball, because it will get everywhere that you catch it darkened, and you usually do not want that because a palm stamp in the pocket does not look super great. I'll be smacking right there for a little bit, and I'll come back in a tiny bit. Oil isn't necessarily the best thing for your glove, but using it like this won't weigh it down as much as dumping it right out of the bottle. Speaking of which, you might be wondering, why on earth would I want to use a baseball for this when I could just slap on the oil with my hand? Well, in theory, that would be very smart, but sadly, it doesn't work like that. If you were to pop some oil on your finger and try spreading it as fast as you could, it would soak in that one spot way too fast. You might be thinking, no biggie, just do that all over the palm. But in fact, biggie! If you did that everywhere, it would weigh down the leather and make it really soft in there, which is not a good thing. Using a baseball with oil uses the impact of the ball and the larger surface of the baseball, plus a pinch of dirt to give it that darker color. Anyways, back to the video. So I've been hidden for a little bit and we're seeing some progress. It looks pretty good. So me smacking in real time, I put the baseball back in the bag. Do get a little bit of extra oil as some of it has been used up there, but gonna be doing more precise work now, so I'll be hammering it right about there. You might see the top of the palm stamp, and that's really where I'm aiming, because that's where a lot of natural palm stains form. Enter a real glove palm stain that came almost out of the box with it starting. Take a look right there where it's formed. It's mostly right there. So that is where I am aiming on this glove. I could do a little bit lower, but I really like right about there. I've been hidden for a while in the palm, and now it looks beautiful. But if you look closely, you can see some gritty stuff in there. It's the dirt. We want our palm stain to be mostly made out of impact and a touch of oil. So we're going to take our wet wipe and wipe off some of that gritty stuff. We're not going to be like scrubbing it or any of that. We're just going to quickly swatch some of that off. You know, you can see some of that there. I just don't love the dirt on my glove. I'm kind of picky about that. I'll let it dry for a little bit and I'll be back in a tiny bit. The palm has dried out a bit and now it looks really good. It doesn't seem to show up on camera very well. Not many palm stains do, but I'll give you a close-up to give you the idea. Here it is. I think it turned out beautiful. This camera angle shows it a lot better. Some people do not like the palm stain. I personally am a huge fan of it. Comment down below whether or not you are a fan of the palm stain, and I'll see you next time. You'll see me.